What's what's what was Pablo Picasso doing? As far as I know, he was, and the little bit I've studied is, he was living and painting. I'm just thinking from what I've read, there wasn't a lot of anxiety. It's like he went out that night, he was drinking, he was having, sex, perhaps with multiple partners, I don't know. And sometimes he probably woke up with a hangover, and he was enjoying his life, and then he got up and he painted. And then he painted as much as he wanted to paint, and then he went out and enjoyed life again, and then came back and painted again. I take it as an inspiration to me, because that's all I want to do. Only in my case, I'm going to say I just want to live and write and hold a few webinars. But the point being is, he didn't have to worry about his output and his production because he was painting every day. He's got an amazing body of work. He gave his gift, the gift of himself, to this world, because he got up every day and did what was in his heart to do. And when he got tired of doing it, he just went out and said, hey, I'm going to enjoy some good food and people and walk in beautiful places, because what's the artist if he doesn't take in life? In his case, he was able to taste his own success. But think of Van Gogh. First of all, he wasn't quite as talented as Picasso. Picasso maybe is like Pavarotti, and Van Gogh's like Bob Dylan. Oh, fancy my friend is blowing in the wind. Sometimes you don't have a lot to work with. But Bob Dylan's got to sing. And Van Gogh still yet had to paint. And nobody was applauding him. And I thought about that, and I thought, man, why didn't he just quit? It's like he's not getting any feedback. The reviews aren't coming in. He got no likes. Why did he paint? Because he had to paint. I know I'm glad he did. Because he shared his heart and his soul, and it was so beautiful. He decided, instead of preaching the word, he was going to paint the word. His father was a preacher, and he was supposed to follow in his first footsteps. And he said, this is a bunch of hypocrisy, man. I'm just going to paint the divine beauty everywhere I see it. So inside this little droplet of pure awareness that you were born with is you. Inside of it is love. Inside of it is wisdom. Inside of it is creative power. Love is much more than love. It's a sense of oneness. That's what I mean when I say love. I'm not mean like you love people. It's just a sense of oneness. It connects you to everything. And when you follow it, there's a wisdom. And we need wisdom, because I don't know if you know, but love can be blind. To this day, I still have to edit, friendship. I wouldn't have any time. I have to spend out time with people who want to do things that I don't want to do, or who call me a jerk to my face. And I'm like, okay, that's fine that you said that, but I don't want to spend any time with you anymore. It's like, I don't like you. I'm like, I'm glad we figured that out. So please go find someone you like. But there has to be a certain wisdom in navigating life. Would you agree? In the decisions and choices, but it's right there with you. Follow your heart. Obviously, there's the intuitive part is following that inner guidance. Because if you just let yourself go, you won't be happy either. But if you just are true to yourself, you don't have to fix yourself. You just have to be yourself. And then also what we call creative power. I know you're still going in the pond and fishing, and it's more than a pond, it's an ocean. And the more you go there, the more the fruit or harvest of who you are and what you're here to do is going to come to you. You just have to be still and quiet. Your mind can't think of it. Let it emerge from this sacred place. And whatever comes, be happy with it today. Paint the picture you have to paint today. Don't worry about the picture you're going to paint tomorrow. Because you're actually creating your past and your future always in the living moment of now. You want to know what your past is going to be like? What are you doing today? You want to know what your future is going to be like? What are you doing today? Be like Picasso. Just, and you don't have to paint. That's not my point. Is what's your thing? And when you get tired, relax, have fun, call your friend. And this is, to me, what I call Zen excellence. Would you agree that Picasso was an excellent painter? If you don't think so, private message me. I don't want to talk about this online. Okay, we'll have it out on the PM side of things. Don't worry, I'm getting wiser, slowly but surely. I'm late to the party, and everyone's almost left, and I'm still trying to have fun. It's like, you guys said there's going to be a party, and I'm blowing the things, I'm picking them up off the ground. Doot, doot. So I invite you into that practice. And there's a point where it's no longer a practice, it's just living. There's a point where I was no longer doing Kung Fu, it just was. That's the sweet joy of it, right? So that's why we say dream master. You're being true to yourself, and you're just becoming so much more of yourself that you become a self, a master self. But watch out for the labeling. For example, I like the name Gong, so I use it, and my plan is to use it in the things I do and in my writing. But a lot of people say, oh, you say you're a master of yourself and you've mastered everything, or you're really elite, spiritual person. I heard you talk about love, but you're a bunch of shit, man. I never said any of those things. I never said, quotes, I was enlightened, but as my beloved wife said, even if you did, why would anybody have a problem with it? Like, there's worse things to do, right? I am in an enlightening, and mastery to me, as I've expressed to you many more, is just not perfection, but this beauty of the thing that you practice. And if you practice being yourself, it becomes more effortless and it's more joyful. And I always say, it's not that I'm anyone's master, but that I'm here to awaken other masters. And so, and then of course people say you're bullshit because of that, because you don't try and be anything, or because you willingly say, yeah, I make mistakes and I enjoy it that way. I'd rather be that person than the person who had to walk around and always act a certain way, right? And then I have to hold this spiritual persona together, and or even a Zen persona, right? Can you imagine? I mean, I could imagine now. Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming to Dream Masters Academy. We're going to go within and awaken ourselves to a Zen state of being. I myself am a Zen master, and I have found perfection living within me. Follow me, and you will find perfection also living within you. And I'd be totally stuck, man. Because you'd be looking anyway, and it's like, I saw you eat a potato chip. You're full of shit, man. So I just grab the chips and go, let's get that out of the way. Like Gong. Oh, you guys are ugly. Let's get that out of the way so we can get over the judgment thing. Did you know that somebody actually reported that the venerable master priest Liu, a Shaolin priest, that they saw him and caught him eating French fries at McDonald's. And then when they brought, hey, I thought you were, a Shaolin priest. And he says, but I love French fries. So this is what I call an enlightened master.